Hey everybody, this is Pastor Willie, and this is the encouraging word for today. Have you ever been in a time in your life where it seems to you that God is silent? Maybe it's a time of suffering or questioning or struggling, or your faith is weakening, and you do what you're supposed to do, right? What you're supposed to do. So you start praying, you start seeking God, you start spending time in prayer, reading the Word, and yet nothing. God is silent. As they say, as the American expression is, you can hear the crickets, which means it's silent. God is not answering. What does it mean when God is silent? I've had that experience. And even David, King David, the man who God loved, the man who was a man, as it says, after God's own heart, he had times where God was silent. Listen to Psalm 39, verse 12. Hear my prayer, Lord. Listen to my cry for help. Do not be deaf to my weeping. I dwell with you as a foreigner, a stranger, as all my ancestors were. Do you catch those words? Saying, hear me, God. Listen to my cry. God, are you deaf? God, I'm like a foreigner. Don't you have any connection to me? Aren't you going to answer me? So it follows from that if David, the king of God's people, the leader, was experienced times where God was silent, we also will experience that. And naturally, the first question I have, and probably many of you have, is why is God silent? Why is God silent, right? So a few little insights that I get from reading this psalm and from David's life in particular. First insight is, don't assume God doesn't care or love you because he's silent. We know that God loved David, and yet he was silent. So don't assume God doesn't love me, God doesn't care about me. For example, I call my wife sometimes on my phone and she doesn't answer. I don't say, that's it. My wife doesn't care about me, she doesn't love me. If she would answer. I don't know why she didn't answer, but I never assume that she doesn't love me. In fact, Psalm 139 tells us that God knows our words even before they were on our lips. So God knows, he hears. That we can be sure about. But we don't know why he doesn't answer, why he's silent. And that's okay. It's a normal experience. We know he cares for us. We know he's working. And the times, what I've found in my life, and I believe what David found in his life, and what you will find in your life, it's during the times when God is silent. Listen, it's during the times when God is silent that he builds our faith. He builds our trust in him. And I love 2 Corinthians 5:7. That's the verse I want you to meditate on today. For we live by faith, not by sight. And I could add, not by sight or by hearing. We live by faith. So God bless you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.